Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do Week 3 college football predictions. Let's get started with Oregon at Northwestern. I still think Oregon's going to win this game, even though it's at Northwestern by a lot. Next, let's go to Clemson at Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech could pull off the upset since Clemson does not look good in their first two games. And let's go to Oklahoma at Temple. I think Oklahoma's going to win this game by a lot. And another interesting matchup, Wisconsin at Alabama. I still think Alabama's going to win, even though Wisconsin is 2-0. But, yeah, their offense isn't really that good. But next, let's go to Central Michigan at Michigan. I'm going to go with Michigan by a lot on this one. And let's go to a few FCS versus FBS matchups. Well, I'm going to take Nebraska, Maryland, Virginia, and Baylor in these matchups since they're all Power 4 teams, and I think they can all win. Our next matchup is Memphis at Troy. I think Troy is going to win this game at home. Let's go to Buffalo and Kent State. I think Buffalo is going to win this game. Next, let's go to South Alabama at Auburn. I think Auburn is going to win this game. Next, let's go to Louisiana at Missouri, where I think Mizzou's going to come out on top. Next, let's go to New Hampshire at Ball State. I think New Hampshire's going to pull off this upset against Ball State. And let's go to UConn at one of the newest FBS teams, Delaware, where I think UConn's going to win this game. They kept it really close against Syracuse, but they lost in overtime. Let's go to Villanova and Penn State, where I think Penn State's going to win by a lot. And let's go to the game of the week, Georgia at Tennessee. Even though Georgia is favored by 3.5, I'm still going to go with Tennessee on this game. It's going to be an exciting matchup, and I think a game-winning field goal will decide it. Next, let's go to Oregon State and Texas Tech, where I think Texas Tech is going to come out on top. Next, let's go to USC at Purdue, where I think USC is going to win this game. They've looked really good. Let's go to a few FCS versus FBS matchups, where I'm going to take the two Big Ten schools, Rutgers and Michigan State. Next, we'll go to Washington State at North Texas, where I think I think I'm going to go with Washington State on this game. And let's go to SMU at Missouri State, where I think SMU will win this game by a lot. Next, let's go to a Big 12 matchup, Pitt at West Virginia, where I think Pitt will come out on top. Next, let's go to more FCS versus FBS matchups, where I think North Carolina, Cincinnati, UTSA, and Toledo will all come out on top. Next, let's go to Iowa State at Arkansas State, where I think Iowa State's going to come out on top by a lot. And next, let's go to UTEP at Texas. I'm going to go with Texas on this game by a lot. Let's go to another top 25 matchup. This could be an interesting game. South Florida at Miami. Miami is on upset alert for this game, and I'm going to go with South Florida to win. Pull off another miracle. Next, let's go with Liberty and Bowling Green. I'm going to go with Liberty on this game because they are favored. I don't really know much about these two teams, but I'm just going to go with Liberty. Next, let's go to Middle Tennessee State at Nevada. I think Nevada's going to win this game. Next, Alcorn State and Mississippi State. Mississippi State is going to win by a lot. Our next matchup, I think this is a rivalry, FAU versus FIU, where I think FIU will come out on top. Next, we have a few more FBS matchups, where I think Kennesaw State, Marshall, Charlotte, and Charlotte will all come out on top. Next, let's go to our number 1 ranked team, Ohio State versus Ohio, where I think Ohio State's going to come out on top by a lot. Same with Illinois and Ole Miss, or same with Illinois, they're going to come out on top by a lot. I think Arkansas could end up pulling off this upset against Ole Miss because Austin Simmons was ruled out. He's questionable. Well, he's not ruled out yet, but he is questionable to play. Next, let's go with Old Dominion versus Virginia Tech. Old Dominion has pulled off this upset before, and I think they will do it again. Next, let's go with Jax State at Georgia Southern, where I think Jax State will pull off this upset. Not upset. We'll win this game. Next, let's go with Murray State and Georgia State, where I think Georgia State's going to come out on top. Let's go to App State at Southern Miss, where I think App State's going to come out on top of this game. Next, let's go to Prairie View versus Rice, where I think Rice will come out on top. And another game, Florida at LSU, where I think LSU will come out on top by a lot. Maybe not a lot, but like at least 2 possessions. Next, let's go to another exciting matchup this week, Texas A&M at Notre Dame, where I think Texas A&M will come out on top. Alright, next game, Eastern Michigan at Kentucky, where I think Kentucky will come out on top by a lot. Same with Iowa, they will also come out on top by a lot. But let's go to New Mexico State at Louisiana Tech, where I think Louisiana Tech will come out on top. Next, let's go to East Carolina versus Coastal Carolina. I don't know if this is a rivalry game or not, but I'm going to go with East Carolina at Coastal. Let's go to this matchup could be interesting. Vanderbilt at South Carolina. And I think Vanderbilt might be able to pull off this upset. The next game, number 20, Utah at Wyoming, where Utah is going to come on top by a lot. Let's go to this matchup, Duke versus Tulane. It's kind of an interesting matchup because Tulane's quarterback transferred to Duke. So I think Tulane's going to come on top of this game and show him why he shouldn't have transferred. Next, let's go to Abilene Christian at TCU, where I think TCU is going to win by a lot. And let's go to Navy at Tulsa, where I think Navy's going to win. Next, let's go to Akron at UAB, where I think UAB is going to win by at least 2 possessions. And Air Force and Utah State, where I think Air Force is going to come out on top. Next, let's go to Southern versus Fresno State, where I think Fresno State is going to win by a lot. And let's just go to two more interesting matchups. Minnesota at California and Boston College at Stanford, where I think California will come out on top and Boston College will come out on top. Next, let's go to Texas State at Arizona State and Portland State at Hawaii, where I think Arizona State and Hawaii will both come out on top. And that concludes our video for Week 3 predictions. Hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you next week for Week 4. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.